What's up, everyone? It's June 2nd, 2021. Looking at the REI store across the street at the corner of Houston Street and Mulberry. And I've got a guest with me today. You may know him.
OMG, I was hiding from you. Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's go.
How's it going, everybody? My name's Tom, in case you don't know me.
Tom D NYC on YouTube. Go check him out.
Awesome. What do you think, Ken? Should we do this?
Let's go.
All right, let's walk. Let's walk this way. Let's walk this way and we'll cut down Elizabeth.
Okay. So where are we going to go to today?
Well, today we're going to be going to Nolita. We'll start in Nolita, and then we're just going to walk through what's left of Little Italy, which isn't a ton, and we'll end in Chinatown. What do you think of that?
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
It's pretty good.
We got to tell them what Nolita stands for.
Oh yeah, we'll get to all that. Right now, you should probably tell everybody that we're on Houston, walking through Houston. We're walking on Houston Street, which is the beginning of the grid here. The grid starts at Houston Street. In case you don't know what the grid is, well, all the streets are numbered in New York. But it starts here at Houston Street. And by the way, it's pronounced Houston Street, not Houston Street. It's an east to west street. Houston Street.
Yeah, not Houston, like
Do you know why,
city
Ken?
in Texas. It's a guy named William Houston.
That's right. It's spelled with an Houston. Over time, the spelling warped into Houston, but it's still pronounced Houston. He was like a big deal. He actually signed the Declaration of Independence. They named it, and they just kind of still call it Houston. So in New York, you got to call it Houston Street, or they're gonna know you're a tourist, baby, and they're gonna rob you. Walk down here.
Walking dangerously here.
I know. This is what we do, Ken. We're just we're fearless. We walk down the middle of the street.
That's it.
But yeah, we're walking down Elizabeth Street now. We're walking through Nolita, this area. Actually, Elizabeth Street is where Martin Scorsese grew up. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Martin Scorsese grew up on Nolita. I know Nolita, which was then Little Italy, but he grew up on Elizabeth Street. You know Martin Scorsese, right?
Yeah, wasn't he a famous film guy?
He is a famous film guy, Ken. You trying to kill him off already?
Yeah.
He's still alive, this son of a gun. He made like, Goodfellas, Casino, The Departed, Gangs of New York.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about in other videos, I'm sure. Let's go over here. I'll show you this. So this over here, you know what this is, right, Ken?
Yeah, there's the old St. Patrick's Cathedral.
Why do they call it Old St. Patrick's Cathedral, Ken?
Because it used to be here.
What's here now?
Until now.
Now it's the Basilica of Old St. Patrick's Cathedral because the new St. Patrick's Cathedral is in Midtown. And you got the crypts down here too. You can take tours of the crypts.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, you can go under they do like candlelight tours, all this kind of spooky stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But this church was built in 1810, I believe. You can see it all here. 1809, it was begun in 1809, finished 1810. Yeah, designed by Joseph Mangin. He was actually one of the architects of City Hall. But this is kind of interesting. Look, they got a huge wall around the graveyard here. This wall was put in after the fact because Catholics were so persecuted back then. This was mostly for Irish, which is why it's called St. Patrick's. They had to put a wall to protect everybody. Don't forget, New York's a Protestant city, so they got like bottles thrown at them, and there was fights and all kinds of a mess. Can you imagine just coming out of church and just getting like bottles thrown at you? You're like, all right.
That's horrible.
You're like, all right, peace be with you, Father. Time to make a run for it. Gotta make it home without getting hit in the head. I wonder if we'd be able to walk inside. Want to see the inside?
Yeah, let's see it. Looks like that door might be open on the side.
This one, right. This is usually the one that's open. I wonder if we have to put on a mask, though. Oh, there you go. This is pretty cool. It might be kind of dark, but...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've never been in here.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the church. I'm sorry, the baptism scene from Godfather. It was shot here. Whoa. Let's see over there, the altar.
Now I could say I've been inside Old St. Patrick's Cathedral.
The altar over there. That's where they shot the claim to fame is the baptism scene in Godfather.
Yeah.
You know that scene, Ken?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. But yeah, I definitely saw that.
I just feel so guilty talking in here. It means that Catholic upbringing. Very nice.
Look at that, huh? Wow. The architecture here is stunning.
It smells good in here.
Yeah. Smells like wood.
It smells like a lot of wood. All right.
All right.
Here's the organ.
Yeah, look at that.
You want to take the camera into confession? Take it with you.
Yeah.
Your viewers will really like that. It's a nice church though, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. If the one on Fifth Avenue wasn't here, you would think this one is the main one.
Yeah. It's kind of small compared to the one on Fifth Avenue though.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's good. We were respectful, we were quiet. Now we're back out. All right, now we're gonna keep walking. This is all Nolita. It's called Nolita because it's North Little Italy. This isn't really Little Italy anymore. It used to be all Little Italy, but that's kind of changed. Little Italy has shrunk. We're gonna talk about that as we get into Little Italy. But
Look at all the people hanging out here. Wow.
I know, man. People are, and it's a Wednesday. Where is
It's a Wednesday afternoon.
People aren't working today, I guess, huh?
Or maybe tourists are back.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think these are all New York people. All right, let's go this way.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
System of a Down.
Get away. Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah,
We better get away from that
I know.
before we get a copyright
It's only one
strike.
verse.
Yeah, that might be enough, man. Get a copyright strike. All right, so now we're going to be walking down Mulberry. This is going to be, once we get down past Broome Street, is going to be Little Italy, but right now it's still just Nolita. The reason it's shrunk is because no more Italians are coming into New York. Not the way they were before, at least. So just so you guys know, the Italian immigration kind of picked up in New York City in like the 1860s, 1870s, and a big part of the reason was because economic problems. Italy was struggling at the time. Did you know that Italy wasn't even a united country till the 1860s, Ken? As old
wow.
as like
So
the
it was all broken up at the time.
Yeah, it was all different regions, and they started uniting at the beginning of the 1860s and finished uniting at the in 1870, I believe, is when they finally got Rome and everyone on board. So with that came some like problems. In fact, the south of Italy was in big trouble because when they united, they kind of got the brunt of everything. They were more farmers. They didn't really have as much to quote offer, so they struggled. And so a lot of them came here. I wanted to stop here real quick to show this. You know what that building is, Ken?
The
You
one
have a
for
tour guide
rent?
license. Huh?
Which one? The one for rent or?
Yeah, the one that says for rent.
No, I don't know.
That is
What's
the
this?
old Ravenite Social Club. That was where the heads of the Gambino crime family used to hang out.
Oh,
So-
now that you say that, I remember it now.
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
that's where they'd wired the actual downstairs was where they hung out, and then they had an apartment upstairs that they also had wired, and that's where he conducted all his business. And he was arrested from what they basically found here. So that's John Gotti. John Gotti, who is. Very famous mobster. I guess it was Sammy the Bull Gravano who turned state's evidence against him.
Yeah, all these buildings here are historic. They're like over 100 years old, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of them are. I mean, you see a lot of the fire escapes. Those are all, you're going to see lots of fire escapes once we get down and further into Little Italy. But fire escapes are all, you'll see them on buildings that are, tenements, what are called tenement buildings. And the tenement building was originally designed for immigrants. In fact, in the 1830s, immigrants started to come in, Irish people, et cetera, and as they were starting to fill up the city, they were having problems putting people in places, so they developed the tenement building for multiple families. Over time, they started to show problems. There were problems. Fire was a big problem, so they started requiring things like fire escapes. there are different laws that were passed later in the 1800s that then made what are called old law, new law tenements. New law tenements started in 1901 with the latest, I guess, law requiring and making it, livable in those places. Because before that, they were pretty brutal.
Yeah. Man, look at this place.
What's that? I know. Look at this.
Yeah. I'm looking at it. Is this supposed to be a clothing store or a restaurant?
No, I think people were ready for
Cafe
this.
Leon Door. Oh, wow. This is a strange place.
Those people are way cooler than us, huh, Ken?
Yeah, they're way cooler. Oh, man.
What happened?
I stepped on the glass bottle. I almost lost my balance.
That would have been something for the video. You falling on your back. There's Spring Lounge. This place has been here since Prohibition. There's been, well, not Spring Lounge itself. There's been a bar there since Prohibition. They used to just fill buckets of beer and stuff for people. Cool bar though. And then Lombardi's is down there. Lombardi's is a pizzeria that's been around since 1892.
Oh yeah. They're the ones that's famous for the clam pizza.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Clam? That sounds
I
kinda
ate there
gross.
many years ago, and like the slice is like so thin. I didn't feel like full.
Yeah, right.
afterwards.
You can eat a whole pizza because that's how they sell it by the pie.
Yeah.
There's a guy jumping rope over there, and then. Gold Park.
Yeah, really neat park.
So anyways, this is all kind of, we're slowly kind of getting into Little Italy in a little bit. Once we pass Broome, we're kind of in, quote, Little Italy. There aren't really a ton of Italians there anymore because, they're not coming here anymore. And what's interesting is it's funny because whenever I take people here and I tell them that there's not many Italians, people always get upset. They're like, oh, this sucks, man. What are you doing? This is so lame. This isn't, well, the whole idea is that Little Italy today is kind of what the goal of immigrants to the United States is. They want to, quote, assimilate. And that's what you have. You have the Italians have assimilated to the United States. So when they come here, they form a Little Italy. They have to, be around people who speak the language, find places to live and work. But when their kids are born and their grandkids are born, those people are born in the United States. They're American, Italian, American, right? So they know the language. They don't want to be around here. They're like, oh, I don't want to be around. This place is lame. It's where my parents are, and it smells or whatever. And they're like, I'm going to move somewhere else. So they go somewhere else. And so today, while you don't have a Little Italy, you have, Staten Island, which is the highest
Staten
concentration
Island,
of
Bay
Italian
Ridge.
Americans in the country. Yeah, you have Bay Ridge,
Howard Beach.
Bensonhurst. So that's the thing, the kids and the descendants don't necessarily stay here because they don't need it the way that their parents and grandparents needed it.
The Bronx, Little Italy too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Arthur Ave. Yep, Arthur Ave in the Bronx. Look at all these, look at all the fire escapes. Kind of cool.
Yeah, look at that.
It's nice. Back in the day when the immigrant families used to live there, they would sleep out there. So at night in the summer, you would walk down and you just see people laying down on all these things because it was so hot and there was no air conditioning back then. So people would just sleep on it. It would be like an extra bedroom.
One from across from
Okay. Want to eat John's and Bleecker? That's fine.
So you can connect it?
Sounds good.
It's interesting too because people forget how huge Little Italy used to be. I mean, this was like part of the Italian, I guess, enclave that was here, but it stretched north into like the East Village. There were Italians over to Greenwich Village. There were Italians.
Yeah.
And different parts of Italy were represented on different streets within Little Italy. So Elizabeth Street, which I was talking about before, was the Sicilians. Mulberry, which is what we're on now, was the Napolese, the people from Naples. Bleecker Street was the Northern Italians. Bleecker Street is in Greenwich Village.
Now, welcome to Little Italy.
Yeah, here it is. Welcome to Little Italy.
If you didn't know, we're in Little Italy now.
I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, everybody.
Bless you.
That's a nice audio spike for you right there.
Yeah,
You'll fix it in post.
I'll fix it.
There's Grotto Azzurro. That's where like the Rat Pack used to hang out. It's a restaurant that's been around there for been around this area for a very long time.
Also, you can still find some Italian businesses like on the side streets
Yes,
too, not
so-
just Mulberry.
So that's what kind of keeps this place being Little Italy. I mean, obviously Italians don't live here as much as they used to, but the businesses continue to be Italian-owned businesses, so that continues to make it Little Italy. I guess the only difference now is I guess they're mostly catering towards tourists, which there aren't too many right now.
Slowly coming back though.
Yeah, they are slowly coming back.
I hope the Feast of San Gennaro is coming back in September.
Yeah, September, that's always fun.
That was a big blow to this neighborhood last year when they had that canceled.
Yeah. That's a cool piece of art.
Oh yeah.
You know who that is?
Yep.
Who is it?
Audrey Hepburn.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I got to quiz you on your pop
I know who
culture.
this is too.
This right here?
The Spear Britney.
What'd you call her?
Spear Britney.
Spear Britney?
Toxic.
There was a Britney documentary that just came out. You see that? Britney Spears documentary?
No, I didn't.
How she's been like taken advantage of her whole life and everything.
Oh wow.
Kind of sad actually. Not to bring up a sad point.
Benito One Restaurant.
Yeah, look at all the like, you know.
Look at that
Italian
Italian
flags.
flag hanging from the window.
Yeah, Lamella's been there since 1985. Then we're gonna have Piemonte here on the left soon.
Oh, we got Little Italy road rage.
What happened? Someone was getting in a fight?
I think he got impatient over the guy parking. It's like, park better.
So the Feast of San Gennaro you were mentioning is every September they do it here.
Yeah.
And it actually dates back to when the Napoli's lived here. It was the patron saint of Naples, San Gennaro. So they celebrate this feast. They carry this giant statue down the street. But they've been celebrating it here for like almost 100 years.
Look at that old sign, Italian Food Center.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty new place though. This actual restaurant.
Yeah.
So these are kind of cool. You have a couple of very big businesses here.
Oh yeah.
You have,
especially Ferraro.
Yeah, Ferrara,
This
which is
one, too.
1992, and then you have Oliva,
Oliva.
which is, well, it says oldest cheese shop in America, but it's been family run forever. In fact, one of the owners of this restaurant back in the day, he was a partner in it, was Tony Danza. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
The guy from Who's the Boss?
They got a Godfather sandwich. I like the name of these sandwiches: Soprano, Sicilian, San Gennaro.
Pretty on the nose.
So, yep.
Pretty on the nose. And then over on the other corner is DePaolo's.
Yeah, they're really
Yeah,
good.
there's another very good place. That's been there for over 100 years.
They're known for all their Italian products, especially the cheeses.
Yep, cheeses. And then Mott Street, which is over there, used to be a big part of Little Italy, but it's not anymore. Now it's Chinese. And you'll notice that you'll see like Chinese businesses in here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's because Chinatown's growing and Little Italy is shrinking. Because Little Italy, people are moving away, they've been moving away, and Chinatown is still growing because more Chinese are coming in.
Although parts of Chinatown are shrinking now, it's like,
The one here?
yeah, the one here.
Well, I think that's also because it's just gotten so expensive to live there. So they're just like, screw it, I'm gonna, sell to the highest bidder.
Hey. Cafe Palermo, great cannolis in there.
They're famous for their cannolis.
Yeah. There's also tons of souvenir shops around here.
Yeah, tons of souvenirs because the tourists. That's their Christmas. This place is always funny. Everyone always looks at this and laughs.
Yeah.
It's a store that just sells Christmas stuff all year round. Isn't that nuts?
It's funny. I don't even know how they would sell something like right now.
Yeah, it's open. It's open, I guess. People are buying stuff.
Hey, Little Italy is seeing a lot of business.
I know.
Like
there's
more than I
people-
thought.
There is people here apparently.
Yeah. Also now it helps that the entire restaurant industry, they're open now. There's no restrictions, no curfew, no capacity.
Completely open.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they have outdoor seating too.
I've seen these little octopuses, little octopi everywhere. I guess that's like a little trend right now, huh?
Yeah.
Have you seen those things?
I haven't seen them too much.
I've seen them everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I guess
weird.
I guess it's a thing now. Oh, here's a cool story. This is where. So, did you ever see the movie The Irishman?
No, I never saw it.
I never saw it either, actually, but I know that they portrayed this murder as the murder of Joey Gallo happened right here. This corner. So this, it used to be Umberto's Clam House back in the day, but it's not anymore, obviously. But in 1972, Joey Gallo was murdered here. He was murdered here after going to a show at the Copacabana. He was watching Don Rickles, the comedian, perform. And he was coming here for his 43rd birthday, and he was in there with his family, and they came, members of the Colombo crime family, who he had very much upset. Saw him come in, they came back, just gunned him down in there. He stumbled outside and died out here. It's kind of nuts, huh?
Yeah.
But he was in the movie.
So crazy.
I think they portrayed that in the movie. Supposedly that movie was like 9 hours long. I never saw it.
I like the way they decorate it around here.
Oh, look, this place closed down.
I know, this entire souvenir shop on the
Wow,
corner.
I remember
closed
that
up.
place.
Wow.
Souvenir shops probably struggled a lot right now, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's crazy too. These tenements that you were looking at are all, back in the day they used to have, 2-3 families in an apartment. They were squalor. There's filthy and disease, and today those same apartments are like $1 million, to buy.
It's really crazy.
Kind of crazy, huh?
This place is new. It was under construction for a while, and now it's like
some
luxury
fancy
condos and
Yeah.
stuff.
I don't know. I don't really want to live in those.
Actually, no. It's kind of like a food court now,
Is
too.
it?
Look at that. Reflex, Camina, Stone,
They got blinds on. You can't even see inside.
Italiana, yeah. I mean, it's a neat concept that they have.
I don't think it's open yet.
Yeah.
There's Monero's Pizza that opened recently. Monero, you know who Tony Monero is, right?
Tony, I don't know.
From
Who's he?
Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, I saw it.
Pretty good. Look, more of these things.
Yeah, look at this.
That's the one thing you take away from this entire video.
Yeah.
It's that
Octopus fluffies now.
the octopi are in. They're in. It's kind of crazy too. People forget one of the things that this neighborhood used to be famous for. I guess people always ask about the mob and stuff here, but the mob didn't really consolidate the way the way we know it until Prohibition. Did you know that? It was really with that was when it became what it was.
Wow.
Because it's
all
basically
about the alcohol.
Yeah. Well, what happened was they basically made an industry that was already booming illegal. So then anyone who was going to do it was going to be committing a crime. So that leaves out all legitimate businessmen and basically hands over this entire industry of people, who want to buy something, demand for it, to only criminals.
Wow.
So they step up and they're like, all right, we'll take it from here. And they made a killing and became very organized.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Well, guess what, Ken?
We're at the end.
Isn't that really sad?
I know.
We walked through, we saw some octopi.
We saw a crime family house. So.
Yeah, we didn't see a whole lot really. There wasn't a whole lot to see. I mean, I guess we could have slowed down or but we just walked through. You can see it. You can look back. Let's look back and see what it looks like.
That was
Nolita
three
and
blocks.
Little Italy.
Yep.
3 blocks is all there is to Little Italy. That's it. Not a whole lot to it anymore. But they say, I guess, Arthur Avenue in the Bronx is kind of there's another Little Italy. It's a little more, I guess they say, authentic because a lot of Italian families who have moved away go back there to buy their stuff, to visit. So on the weekends, there's cars parked in every one of the streets, people talking, hanging out. So there's a little more of a vibe there. Whereas here it's a lot, or at least recently it's been a lot more for tourists. That's not so bad, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. And for that, I guess we'll end the video here.
Yeah, what do you think, Ken? Should we end it?
Yeah, why not? All right, folks. Thank you for joining
quick
in.
Little tour of Little Italy, very quick.
Little Italy and Nolita, and it was still small.
Yeah, we had it
two
on Nolita,
neighborhoods.
so it wouldn't be like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah, if you liked it, Smash the like button for us.
Yeah.
Check out Tom D
Yeah,
NYC,
Tom D NYC, check out my
YouTube.
channel. I do walks all over the city, give you lots of information about New York.
Yep. And subscribe. We'll see you next time.